An unbroken fifth-wicket partnership of 140 between James Hildreth and Peter Trego has put Somerset in the box seat at the halfway stage of their LV County Championship match with Sussex in Taunton. Sussex began the second morning on 145 for 6, and in a rain-affected session they added 42 runs to that for the loss of Steve McGoffin, who edged a drive off Alphonso Thomas to Marcus Trescothick after making 5 of a score of 154 for 7. Thomas should have been celebrating again in his next over, but this time the edge off the bat of Ashar Zaidi's bat was spilled in the slips, much to the bowler's frustration. Sussex can be very thankful that Luke Wright is in wonderful touch at the moment, and he held things together amongst the rain showers in the morning, moving up to 39 by the time that lunch was taken a little early. On the resumption, both Zaidi and Wright started to build a partnership, one very much needed by the visitors, who'd had a horrible little session at the end of the first day. These two at least made sure that their team would earn a batting bonus point. 48 have been added to take the total to 202 when Zaidi, on 14, edged the pull off Thomas behind to Michael Bates, who on the previous day agreed to stay a little longer at Taunton as he tries to win a full-time deal. Before the innings was ended, Wright drove his 8th 4 to get to a 50 off 104 balls. It was the 7th time the all-rounder has got that far this summer, in what has been a very consistent time for the talented 30-year-old. He was out in the next over though, top-edging a pull off Lewis Gregory out to Thomas, who then finished off the innings by finding the edge of Matthew Hobden's bat to end with figures of 4 for 46 in Sussex's 208 all-out. Thomas, of course, took 4 in 4 balls against his opposition at this ground last year. Somerset's innings began with a moment of controversy. Trescothick was dropped in the slips, but the catch was initially claimed and the batsman was heading off before being recalled. It wasn't long before he was out though, no doubt about the catch this time by Chris Nash, which had the Somerset skipper out for 8. The green pitch was a nice one for McGoffin to show off his skills, and he was causing problem after problem for the home batsman, although it was his opening partner Ollie Robinson who removed Tom Abel for 16 after he nicked behind. 2 balls later and Hobden fired one in at the toes of Johan Myberg to win an LBW, and when Jim Allenby nicked off to Robinson in the next over, Somerset had slipped to 36 for 4 and were in a spot of bother. Hildreth and Trego's first job was to see their side through to tea, which was taken with the total on 60 for 4. And then the final session of the day belonged wholeheartedly to the home team. At last there was some sunshine, which may have helped the batsmen. It was hardly cracking the flags, but the pitch was just starting to lose some of its green. Trego took full advantage of anything there to hit, mixing power and guile. This being the former, as Zaidi was smashed over the mid-wicket boundary for a maximum. Trego later admitted that a sledge from a Sussex fielder had made him play in such a way. While so many had hitherto struggled, Trego rushed to a half-century off 61 balls, that being his 8th 4 to go with his 1-6. He was dominating this partnership with Hildreth, who was very happy to play in the backing band rather than be the man out front. However, the First Division's leading run scorer did pick up the pace of his innings towards the end of the day, producing some excellent shots as he has been doing for much of this summer. Hildreth is one of those players who often goes unnoticed in many places outside of the West Country, but every bowler knows that he is a tough man to dislodge. He cleared the rope of Hobden, an extraordinary shot over third man, which took the batsman to his 6th score of 50 or more in Championship cricket this year, his latest half-century occupying 79 balls. And he was still there at the close on 63 with Trego on 71, their 140-run partnership taking the total to 176 for 4, which means that Somerset go into the second half of this game trailing by 32 runs with 6 first innings wickets still in the bank and 2 men in.